I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to do, but I still want to be able to talk about it. And there's people following me who are going to want to do it, even if I can't do it.
Yeah, I was saying to Liz that earlier that I feel like I'm really bad at taking advantage of launches. And Liz is saying, she's like, I feel like people don't want to start it until they see my results. And I'm like, but there's people that have huge launches to new programs. I've just never been one of them because I haven't done a good job. So I did a post tonight. We'll see how that goes, sharing some other before and afters, because I still think that transformation pictures sell, whether they're me or not. And if you word it correctly, you know, that people can still be inspired to get started from it, especially if they're going to do it with you or your group. Or, I mean, the ladies in my group are really excited to do it. So has anybody had any luck so far with marketing it? And
I haven't done anything, so.
Before and after pictures from the test group, and a lot of people have reached out to me, so it worked.
Yeah, do you have a list, Miriam?
A list of people, like, yeah.
Starting. So the only thing I can't wrap my brain around is Carl keeps saying the start date is the 24th. Like
it launches on Wednesday.
What's that?
It launches on Wednesday.
I know. But I'm thinking that the reason they picked the 24th versus Monday is because that gives you time to talk about, like, try the program, talk about it.
And have people order Shakeology.
Yeah, and get their agility markers. So I didn't say in my post when we were starting, and I didn't say a launch date because I kind of felt like that doesn't really matter to anybody. So I said it launches this month and we're going to start this month. So I could still kind of figure that out. I also heard that if they buy, like, there's no way to get the agility markers with their all access challenge pack unless they go in and do another order. You know how it's like when you buy a challenge pack, you can't add anything onto it. So people are going to need to do a second order. So something to think about if you're going to Summit. I'm assuming they're going to have the agility markers.
Yes, I was hoping.
You could buy them for your people and ship them. Not that that's super easy, but
I was going to say, and it may even be something that if you invest or you buy a challenge pack, you commit that, like, you'll buy agility partners for them at Summit. And
I think our price is like $15, right?
Right. So, and you'll get the volume for it still, like, even though you're paying the cost.
Well, kind of. It's only like 10% of everything sold it.
Okay, I just posted my picture of my notes underneath your thing in the Diamond Group Courtney that said jumping on now. It was like my 3 bullet points to help people get started, like, to make the most of the launch.
I'm recording now, Liz, so can you just mention
Yeah, so number 1 is get educated. Know everything. I'm just going to really, like, briefly. Get educated, know everything you can about this so that you can educate your current challengers and potential clients. Get organized with a social media calendar, writing down every day. I'm obsessed with mine. I write every day of the week, like, things I have going on, what I want to talk about, posts that I want to do, and, like, pencil in ideas about Shift Shop. If you're going to Summit, talking about Summit. Order your markers. When your markers come in, talk about the markers. Have your kids play with them. I mean, there's so many ideas. Make sure you're organized and talking about it in your challenge groups. Pick a date for the start of your next group. Courtney was talking about how they picked the 24th. I was just talking with some of my downline, and I just said pick a date that works for you, and tell people when you're starting. Even if you have an ongoing challenge group like I do, you can still pick a date to do it. And then talking about limiting the number of people that you're going to have in your group, like how we kind of got serious with the language about in the beginning of our new applications. It's kind of the same thing like that. I don't want to say, like, scarcity mindset, that's the words that Carl used, but, like, making people realize that this is just not a free-for-all. Not everybody's going to be in your group. Like, this is, like, special, important. You're only working with a few number of people. And then my favorite thing that I read from the notes that Courtney shared from Carl was to start a sign-up sheet on a piece of paper that says, you know, the date of your challenge group when it's starting, shift shop test group, whatever you want to name it, like we're going to lose 10 to 15 pounds in 3 weeks. And then you can start numbering it and adding people to it that you're talking to, people that commit, and then start sharing a picture of that on your Instagram stories. I thought it was genius.
It's so funny. I was stalking Jamie Fitzpatrick and his wife. They're Canadian coaches in the top 10. He's top 10. Anyways, I was just stalking them earlier, and it's so funny. He did a post of his wife holding up her list, just like Carl said, of all of her people. And he was like, they reference back and forth a lot, the husband and wife. And he was like, I've never seen her so excited about a group. And, so all that kind of stuff, just play on that.
And like every time you add somebody to it, you can take a new picture, like every day, multiple times a day, and add that to your Instagram stories. You can reference yourself in your Instagram stories by doing the @ symbol and then linking to your own page. So it's really easy for them to click on that, and it's going to go right to your page. And then my number 3 is to get talking. So get educated, get organized, get talking. Have to start talking about it. Referencing a shift in your mindset, shift in your eating, shift in anything. Count down the days until your challenge group starts, and then talk about your plans for the group. What are you going to do in your group? Why is it going to be amazing? Why is it going to be different? What are you going to be offering? I mean, there's so many things to be talking about. And I actually really just wrote this for myself because I was like, I'm not doing a good job of getting ready for this launch either. And so what do I need to do in order to be successful? And it was to get educated, get organized, and then start talking about it. And then I posted this, all my notes are in that comment section of Courtney's thing in our Diamonds page, so you guys can see everything that I have written down.
So I guess we kind of like jumped into everything, but I'll say, I thought a long time ago I wanted to start doing regular Diamond like leaders calls like this, because I think like we all have different challenges than a brand new coach starting out, and ideas and things that are working and stuff. And so that's why I thought we'd get us all on here before we go to Summit. And then also just as kind of like I don't know, like I've had a gut check lately where I've been like, hey, I can't expect my people to be doing stuff like if I'm not doing stuff, or if I feel like I look at what's happened over the last 2 or 3 years in coaching, and when we started, yes, it was a different time in culture, in social media, in the business, everything, but people, like we came into this and I saw people like rank advancing, growing their income, all these things happening. And I was like, that's what you do, right? Like that's what you do. And I just knew nothing different. And so I set these big goals and I did the daily actions. And I feel like the entire mindset of kind of everybody in the company has shifted over the last couple of years, really, because things have changed. And I feel like now we're coming out of the fog a little bit and realizing that what has changed and what we need to do to course correct. And now it's time for us to like step up and show our coaches, our individual coaches, what's possible. And I know Emily and I have had a couple conversations about it. It's one of those things that like you can't make them do anything, but you can lead by example and show them what is possible. And that's what I had when I started. I was shown by these, not even my direct upline, but other people what was possible. And so it inspired me to keep going and striving for things. I sent a picture yesterday. Hold on, where is it? Because it was a really good quote by Gary V. Where is it? I have so many threads here. And it said, want to be happy, have zero expectations of others. And I think that like kind of hit home because I think it's really easy for us to get really upset if our coaches or our team or the people we sign that have big goals on what they're going to do and then they never follow through. And so I think, yes, we can have expectations, and support them and have belief that they're going to do it. But if they don't, like we can't sit there and dwell on it and feel upset and, oh, is it me as a leader, whatever, and question ourselves. We just have to keep trying new things and moving forward. And there's some things lately that I've seen. I'm seeing the shift. It's interesting. We're going to start Shift Shop, but I'm seeing a shift in the business. And when I look at the SC shout out that we do, every day that people comment on. And if you guys like, don't be feeling like it's bragging to go in there and post when you sell a challenge pack. Like, you need to be sharing, you need to be posting, you need to be showing them what you're doing and what's possible. And what I am seeing is I always saw that the thing new coaches struggled with the most was the conversations. They didn't know what to say to people. They thought they were being salesy. They, you know, like I've had so many new coaches that literally will like send me a message and they're like, I don't know how to respond to this. You know, when somebody was interested or people are commenting on my stuff, I don't know what to say. This application process literally takes that away. So I know hopefully most of you have rolled that out already. If you have not, you need to go into Bossbabes, find it, roll it out, because what I've seen already is there are coaches who were struggling with that stuff before that have rolled this out, whether it be on Typeform or Google Drive, and they're selling challenge packs because they're able to give a recommendation to someone without typing out a paragraph and getting all flustered in their words and word vomiting on people. It's literally that simple. So I think for all of us, and I started training, like I've had a couple new coaches come on recently, and part of their like 21 days, like getting started, right? They're doing our new training, which is about 7 days long if they do one a day, a little bit more. And then I am having them roll this stuff out from the beginning. So like the last call I had with her, I was like, this is your homework. You need to create the Google Drive. You need to create the Canva account. Figure out how you're going to do that. Because imagine if a brand new coach had that ability to do that and provide this professional, like it's very professional looking, you know, experience, and not have to worry that they're selling something or going to say something wrong. It's really, really huge. So I encourage you all to do it. Like I said, I'm seeing that it's really helping them because this is a business of duplication. So we can't be doing things that, you know, if you have something that's working for you, please share it. Like, bring it to the whole team, because that's how everybody grows, by teaching things. And so I always try to look at like what I'm doing. I'm like, is this something that's duplicatable for a brand new coach? You know, is this something that's duplicatable for somebody who's maybe never really jumped into the business? And I think that these things are, and that they'll help them, and that they work, I think. I mean, it's working for me, definitely. Anybody? Opinions? Have you done it? What are your experiences with it?
Brittany, unmute yourself, Brittany.
Sorry. No, I thought I would get an email saying when someone responded. But I was like, you know what? Let me check to make sure. I go on and I had 2 responses. Luckily, they're still within the 24-hour time frame, but it worked.
Yeah, that's a button, Brittany. When you're in editing it and up at the top it says like build, share, whatever, that one little tab in the middle is you click on that, and then down at the bottom there's a button.
You want me to screen share it, Liz?
Yeah, you can click it to turn it on so that you get email responses, because that's how I copy and paste.
Okay.
Canva. That's what makes it so easy.
You might need to tell me, Liz, because I don't even remember. So you're
okay, so click configure.
Okay. Notification.
And then self notifications.
Okay.
Oh, no. Yeah. Uh-huh. And then right down there at the bottom. Sorry, I'm echoing.
Self notifications are currently on.
So that means you're going to get an email.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, that's huge. Otherwise, you don't want to be checking something. And I like the way, at least for mine, it shows up. Oh, sorry, there's a picture from Punta Cana.
Oh my God,
Here is, where is it? Oh my goodness, here you go. So I like that I have one email and they're all right here. So then I just go and copy and paste straight from here when I'm putting it into the Canva. So yeah, how do I get out of this? Hold on. So make sure you don't miss anybody.
Am I echoing to you guys?
Only a little, Liz, but that's normal in your room.
No, it's just I hear myself.
That doesn't sound echoey. The other thing is, Cooper, oh, sorry, he just went in the pool and came in the house. Transformation posts have been huge for me and my business over the last 5 months, 6 months. I'm doing them once a week, sometimes once every other week. It just depends on life. Every day, like I just did one tonight. I do them on Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday, Woman Crush Wednesday, Throwback Thursday, whatever. But you guys, like, and on our little coffee chat on Friday, we were saying it doesn't have to be a whole program transformation. Like, it can be you dialed in your containers for 1 week. Like, take your before pictures, do your containers for a week, show what happens, even if just the bloating goes away and the scale doesn't change. That doesn't matter. Like, people are looking for any sort of hope that they can have transformations. And so telling your story and sharing that regularly, so key. Get your challenge or your coaches doing it. They're scared to do it. They think they need a transformation for 60, 90 days into a program. I almost feel like the smaller ones, or even like I did one from when I was pregnant with my first daughter, until recently, like that, it doesn't matter how long ago it was. You know, I've been going like way back into photo albums to find pictures of myself. But share them, ask your challengers, ask them. Like, I was always really afraid to ask them if I could share their pictures, and surprisingly, they were really open to it. So if you're not doing it, you need to start doing it.
Yeah.
And then
I would say take pictures when you feel the most uncomfortable.
Yes.
No, I know it sounds terrible, but like that, like if you guys saw, I did a transformation post last week, and I have randomly taken pictures of myself in January of this year, and I was so puffy and just looked totally different in the midsection, and I didn't even know that I had them. And then I was scrolling through because I was like, dude, I need to do another transformation post. I like keep using the same before pictures, and I found these, and I was like, okay, I think I'm finally ready. I had never posted before and after pictures of myself, like showing my midsection. And that was like the biggest, I think, response I've ever gotten as far as like on my application after a transformation post. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, just take pictures and just save them. So like if you have a transformation in a week to 2 weeks, 2 months, 6 months, you always have this stockpile of pictures to use. And I think also like looking at it, I didn't think that I had made any progress. And then I put those pictures back to back, and I was like, okay, like I've actually made progress, and I pretty much like my weight is up, but I look so much different. And so it's like proof that you can change, and there's just so many things to be talking about. So I can't say enough about transformation pictures. It's been the biggest change in my business.
We got that from like, we started studying coaches that were really
Odell.
We just started like going to their Instagram page and not just looking at one post, but like looking at their whole page. And there's Priya. How often they were doing things, what they were doing. And with her, it was like constant transformation. And that was something that Josh Coates, like in all those trainings he did, I don't know what group it was in, something he talked about over and over and over again. Like, you need to be doing that. You need to be doing the transformations. Hi, sorry, I'm on my call. Hi, Bria. Hi. Thanks, Mom. Sorry, guys, hold on.
Oh, she's muted. I guess I should. Has anybody else been doing transformations and finding success? Anybody afraid to do it? Miriam, did you unmute yourself?
Yeah, I've been sharing transformations, and it's really helped a lot. You know, especially after having a baby, I want to make sure that I'm constantly sharing pictures. I haven't done one in a while because I cheated a lot when I was on vacation. So,
but see, that's that's what you need to do, though. Like, people relate to that stuff.
I know.
So, yeah, just I think like kind of leading from the front with it, you guys, and give it a go. I promise you it will work. And then encouraging your people to do the same thing. I never shared transformations. Like if I was to go back to my page, like maybe once a quarter, maybe when a new program came out, like I didn't realize I could be doing this regularly. And then I always say, if I can get one person, one new contact to connect to from a transformation post or from any sort of call to action post, like money, really, really good. Like I'm happy with that.
Yeah, like if you were posting it once a week and you only got one person, that's SC8.
Yeah.
So, and that's like how much money a week? $50 a week? I mean, like, think of it if you doubled it, tripled that. Like we were talking about a couple weeks ago, when I had hit really high Success Club numbers for myself when I first started rolling this out, my paycheck that week was $450 more than it normally is, just because I had rolled this out and I had more Success Club points. Like that's huge that's a lot of for us, like that's big. So like if other people could see the value in that and like not just like obviously bringing people in and helping them, but helping yourself. Like a lot of these newer coaches need to be earning an income. And so how can we help them do that?
Yeah, I think that's the key. We need more coaches that are earning income for themselves. Like they can't keep doing this and not make money. They're not going to. And so, I mean, we all know, like when you're hitting Success Club and you're helping people and your paychecks are going up, like it's a lot of fun and it's great. And then when it gets where it's flat, it gets hard and you start to like question yourself and you question if you're good at this. But the thing is, what we all did, like I'm looking at all of us on here, we've been coaches for a while. What we all did 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that doesn't work anymore. It doesn't. And so we have to teach. That's why I think it was so good with that new training. We have to teach them the new ways. And I don't even think we know completely. It's just constantly trying and experimenting and encouraging them to do it with you, you know?
I was going to say that, instilling like the belief that it's a good thing to continue to cheat and try new things, because this business is completely different than it was 3 years ago.
Yeah. And I think there are some big things that are going to be happening. I think that they're changing the compensation plan a little bit. We saw they're taking the discount away, which is huge. That'll help. I think I've heard that there's going to be some announcements of new like products that can be sold and people can be on auto ship on. So it's not just Shakeology, maybe some bars, some other sort of powder or drink or alternative to Shakeology. Like Carl keeps saying it, and I've heard a few times that there is some big announcements coming on Thursday night. So I think they realize that the shift in Beachbody On Demand and the volume, stop, Bree. Yes, go ahead. And all of that has affected income. I also think what they've realized is we went to this mindset of we're not going to recruit coaches. We're just going to bring in challengers. And you guys, like as you grow your business, your team cycle bonuses is like the meat and potatoes of your income. And so let's be honest, majority of people aren't going to hit Success Club 10, 20, whatever to supplement the difference in the income. So team cycle bonuses are huge. So you're starting to see now, because they're taking away that discount, that now discount coaching becomes an option again and becomes something that is positive for people to do. So then you'll see people grow and their volume growing. And so I think that we definitely had a downshift in volume, or where it was more flat. Cooper off. Sorry. And that is hopefully going to change. And then insert the international opportunity. And this is something I think as leaders, we really have to try to understand, because there's a lot of people, and I think most coaches would sit there and say, I don't know anybody who lives in the United Kingdom. So how am I going to take advantage of that? And that was my initial response, or thought, or, I don't even know anything about the United Kingdom. I don't even know what countries are included, whatever it may be. How am I going to take advantage of this? And you think, oh, there's just going to be these big top coaches that are going to get all the people. Not true. I think, where did I hear the other day? I think it was on Brandy's call with Brandy and Sarah. There's, what is it, 36? I don't know, maybe I was doing some research. There's a lot of freaking people in the world, okay? And America is just a small portion of it. The population over there is, so it's Great Britain, Northern Ireland, what else, Liz? Scotland is all included in the United Kingdom. So there's a ton. So I think that if us as leaders can start to understand how we're gonna roll this out, and encourage there you go, 65 million people, you guys, in the United Kingdom. And what I loved what Brandy and Sarah said, that there's 400,000 some Beachbody coaches, or there used to be, there's probably less now. You guys, there's 20,000 coming to Summit. There are not that many coaches working this business, okay? And even Tiffany Christensen the other day, when I was talking to her and I said, Tiffany, have you ever looked at your elite report? And she looked at it, and you guys, she was ranked 800 and something out of the entire country, out of the entire company. So it just goes to show you that you don't need to be a 15-star diamond. You don't need to be, like, anybody can be successful in this business, and we have this golden egg opportunity. There's two sides to it. The first is obviously the United Kingdom. The second is anybody that you bring into your team now has the opportunity to build their own business, but also to be placed in a position where you could potentially be placing people from the United Kingdom underneath them, so there will be volume. So when I'm talking to people about coaching right now, I'm telling them about that launch. I'm telling them that right now is an amazing time for them to sign up with me, because I'm going to place them in a place that I'm building my business. It's kind of like when you get your second CBC, you can say, I have this golden egg opportunity. I'm going to place you in a place where all of my volume is going to go. And so I think, like, don't be scared of it, because it is unknown, but between TKO and that team, and I know I'm doing a ton of research and looking into some consulting companies and stuff that can help, I think that we are setting ourselves up for success here. And I love what Brandy said, is that we don't have to wait until the launch if it's in November or October. Right now, we bring people in, we form relationships with them, we train them as coaches now, we have them go through our new coach training, we have them start talking to their friends who want to join them, and then on launch day, you guys, you can have people that are going diamond that day because they've had this time. Imagine if you were a coach and or before you signed up as a coach, if you had the opportunity to talk to your close-knit circle about this huge opportunity that is rolling out in a coming date. No, we all just signed up and we're like, okay, we're going to do this. But there's possible, it's going to be, you've looked at the top 10 coaches now, how many of them are Canadian? Because those people took advantage of the launch when we launched into Canada. So I think, like, on your to-do list and in your free time is to start trying to understand the best way to connect with people. Start growing your followers on Instagram or even Facebook, people who live in the United Kingdom. Look up hashtags. Like, you can sit there and even look up the United Kingdom hashtag and start clicking and looking at people and, going through their pages and seeing what is people that look interesting. I found a ton of people through a gym, some gym over there, and I started following a bunch of people that, like, they said they were like health and fitness coaches and stuff, but I couldn't see them linked with any products. So I started following them and put them on my list. Now, this is what Liz and I were thinking of doing, because you can't add them as your customer yet. You can't give them 30 days of Beachbody on demand. You can't really do anything other than put them into a Facebook group. So I came up with this name called the Ladies in Waiting, because that's like a English term, right? Like a royalty term. They have the ladies in waiting. They're like their helpers. I don't know if you watch Game of Thrones or whatever, but so we're thinking we get this group And if you watched Brandy and Sarah's call the other day, they're going to do something similar, but I feel like it's going to be on such a mass scale that, I don't know, my opinion is sometimes with those TKO groups, they're so big, people get lost. And you want to have it big, but not like thousands big, like hundreds big, and keep it within our family here. So we were thinking we do this ladies in waiting. They're not going to have access to workouts or anything, but we can have meal plans for them. We could do little challenges like within the ladies in waiting group, like a water challenge or a clean eating challenge, like within that. Each month have a different theme. And then hopefully be able to market to that group with the opportunity to do what we do as a coach. And, you know, show them when we're doing What is Coaching, invite them to our What is Coaching, glimpse into coaching groups or whatever we're running. So same question Brandy and Sarah addressed was, how do you make sure if you're adding someone to this large group like this that no one's stealing somebody's prospect? And so we would just have like a list on our back end where if you added somebody in, you'd put their name, and it would just be everybody's honor system, obviously, that they would double check that list and make sure that, you know, because who knows, you could add somebody to the group and then somebody could end up reaching out to someone else or whatever, but we just have to say honor system, like you're getting all of us. We all work together, whether you sign up under, you know, I don't know, Shauna or me, like you're going to get all of us. So that's our thought. If you guys are down to kind of help and lead on this ladies in waiting group, I think it could be a really good opportunity to get focused on the UK launch. So anybody have ideas, questions, anything, comments?
I would just like to add, I can't find the website that I was on today, but it was like a newspaper in London, and it had an article talking about how virtual fitness is like going to be the new thing. So I just thought that was interesting. That'll be an interesting segue if that's what people are really reading, and then we're talking about it. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, I just read about that." So.
Well, and they did have Beachbody on demand available to them before. I'm not sure why it had to be taken away.
Because they knew they were doing this, they were like shutting it down.
So Beachbody may have been advertising over there. Who knows? Like, I believe that people are watching still. So I had a thought, I'm going to do some sort of post one day this week that I'm going to do a roll call on my Instagram page. And just like roll call, drop the flag of the country you currently, or that you call home down below. So I can get an idea of where people are, and then I can start a list there and then reach out to them with an invitation to join this free group for the ladies in waiting. So I would say focus on growing your followers there, and then, you know, pay attention if you see when they start following you, if you can figure it out from their little bio that they're over there. I have a hard time figuring that out because I just don't know where a bunch of the places are and locations and cities to figure it out. But if you can,
there's a lot, you guys, like Southampton is a big one. Obviously, why can't I think of where the concert thing
Manchester.
happened? Thank you, Manchester. But you can look and see, like, so what my tip is for the Instagram when you're starting to like try and find people, I go like deep down into friends lists, and then on certain pictures, like if they're like at a cool place, I like to click on it and see if they've tagged their location, and then you can see where is that on the map, make sure it's in the right area, and then once you click on that location, it's going to bring up all the pictures of everybody else who's ever been in that location, and then you can scroll through that and find people and click through their list, and then you can tap on their pictures with friends and see if they've tagged people and look through them. And then once you have them start following you back, then I would start making a list of the people that are from the UK that are following you back on Instagram, just so you have just a running list. And then that can even be just something that you work from to form relationships with people off the bat, commenting on their IG stories, like liking their pictures so that like these names start like becoming familiar to you?
I think that kind of starting to talk about it, kind of like Liz was saying with Shift Shop, but talk about it in your other posts. Like I did one today where I was like, so many exciting things coming, you know, working with my ladies in my group. I've got something exciting coming for the ladies across the pond or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it works or not, but I think talking about it constantly and sprinkling it in here and there is really important, because you don't want them to think you're just following them and then you're going to shoot them the message to join your group or whatever. So,
and like you have to realize too, like forming these relationships with people in the UK does not automatically guarantee like a million people. You got to be I think we have to be delicate with this situation. Like, you can't have people think that you're friend requesting them because Beachbody is expanding to the United Kingdom. So I think being thoughtful about your wording and what you're saying is really important. That's just my personal opinion.
And on a side note, I had a call with my my life coach the other day, and we're talking about just random stuff, but she said something to me that made me realize that I've totally not been doing this recently, and it was something I did before. And before, I had a very visual idea of what I was working towards and what I was going to create. Like, I knew the details of it and dates I wanted to do it by, and I had affirmations I would say, and like just totally into the whole, like, I don't know, Zen, whatever, spiritual thing. And I've gotten away from that. And so she was funny because we were talking about the fact that I had to hire a new assistant, and I was putting it off, like totally putting it off. I didn't want to deal with it. So I was just letting it go. And she told me, she's like, why don't you write an affirmation for what your assistant will be to thanking the universe or thanking God or, you know, whatever however you choose to say it. So she said to me, she's like, I want you to write this down. Thank you, universe, so much for this outstanding assistant who is trustworthy, reliable, creative, dedicated, you know, all of that. She said way more than that. And I was like, and she said it, I go, oh my gosh, I need to do that with every aspect of my life. Like, I literally need to be sane. And I used to do this, you guys. Like, thank you, universe, for my amazing business that's thriving and growing. Thank you, universe, for giving me the leadership or the strength to be a leader, you know, because that's something I like think about all the time and doubt myself with. Thank you, universe, for connecting me with people who are ready to start their health and fitness journey. Thank you, universe, for bringing coaches who want to reach goals and change their life. Like, that kind of stuff, like, you can't just do it once in a while. Like, you literally need to be doing it every single day. So I committed to her by Tuesday night, I would send her my affirmations that I was writing out for everything I was doing in my business, because it's so easy to focus on the things that we don't have, that aren't working right. Why are my coaches not doing anything? Why can I not hit Success Club? Why is no one reaching out to me this month? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, am I a bad leader? Whatever. We can name all of that bullshit. Sorry if there's kids around, hopefully not, because that's truly what it is. We just need to change our thinking. And I feel like the company as a whole has kind of gotten into this bad mindset situation. And that's why Carl is doing this I'm Here to Help group that I share the post with you every day. That's why Carl is going around the country and doing these, you know, ask me questions things. Like, he's trying to change it and say that his vision hasn't changed at all. There's been some crappy things that have happened in the last year that have derailed people a little bit, but it's kind of weeded out the bad. And now we are left with like the real good, the real people that want to do amazing things in this business and are in it to help people. Because I think that focusing on the things that you're not hitting, or Success Club or rank, or, you know, income, whatever it is, like, that stuff doesn't bring me joy. What brings me joy is the people who, you know, are changing their life because I shared my story, or because they joined the accountability group, or, you know, whatever. So if I can just focus on that, and forget about the numbers and forget about the rank. You guys, I haven't ranked advanced either in 18 months. My income's down too. Like, like I'm sitting in the regular stands at Summit, not on the field, regular stands at Summit after sitting as an elite coach last year. So we all have things that we can feel like, damn, that freaking sucks. But honestly, it doesn't bother me that I'm not walking on the stage. Like, yes, do I have goals to get back there? Of course. But I'm not focused on that stuff. I'm focused on my list of who I'm helping each month. And that I have a goal to help 10 new people every single month. And until that list in front of me, I'm pointing because I have them written in front of me, is filled and all of those names on there are transferred over to the color, meaning they have committed, that's what gets, that's what I'm focused on. And all those other things will come. So I don't know, that's just my little like rah-rah motivation speech for you all tonight. Do you guys just want to open it up? Like, is there anything I feel like we all haven't talked in so long and
so long.
Kind of just staring. Anything anyone wants to get off their chest?
Oh, I mean, I'm just ready to have a new coach start and like get success starters.
Liz, thank you, universe, for what? Say it.
Thank you, universe, for sending me amazing, hardworking coaches that see the value in hitting Success Club every month.
There you go. See? We're going to talk about waiting for someone. We're thanking them because they're already here.
I need to write this on a post-it note. Thank you, universe.
Well, sure. ... You guys, you know what's so much funny about when I had that call with my life coach? My assistant gave her notice like 3 weeks ago. She's been done for a week. I haven't had anybody. I've been like hooting and hollering about how I'm going to find somebody. She says to me, she's like, did you ask your assistant if she knows anybody that would want the job? And I was like, well, no. She's like, have you thought about anybody you may know that wants the job? And I was like, well, no. And I literally like got off my call with her and no joke, 30 seconds later, I was like, oh my gosh, I just thought of somebody. I texted her. She took the job. It was that simple. I literally had the job filled in a minute from getting off the phone, from thanking the universe for providing me with an amazing assistant. And she's amazing. Like, I'm so excited about her. So, like, that's what we have to do. We have to change our mindset. Change our mindset. So,
you guys, I just made the cover photo for the UK Ladies in Waiting group. Do you want to see it while we're talking? Hold on. Tell me your thoughts. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm just going to upload it.
Got marks on my chair because I've been sitting here all day. I got so much done.
Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to upload it and then I'll show it to you so you can keep talking, Courtney.
You guys talk. I'm done talking. I've done enough talking tonight.
I'm done talking.
You guys don't have anything to say? No one? Vanessa,
I'm excited to get back to Diamond. I feel bad saying frickin' Diamond, but I've been at Emerald forever because I.
Thank you, universe, for getting my diamond back for me.
You can get Diamond by the end of July.
Fine, you can do it.
Huh?
You can do it.
I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Yes, you are. That's awesome.
All right.
Hold on.
Can I tell you that I can't scoot closer because my dog is laying right in front of me?
He's obsessed with you and the baby.
He does, yeah. He's not letting me scoot any closer to the computer.
Vanessa, what's going on with you? I feel like we don't get to see you very often. You're having another baby and you work full time, so like, what's going on?
Except I just resigned from my full-time job. So
you did?
Is that good?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, so
are you going to find another job, or are you staying home with babies now?
I'm gonna do some consulting, but from home. And then
congratulations!
Yay!
To Diamond as well with you. Fallen. So yeah.
That's all right. I need to get my second season.
Bless you.
And I feel like I got coaches canceling left and right, but that's just to make spots for the universe bringing me the new people.
Exactly.
They're going to fill their spots. I got a call tomorrow.
Well, the best was, and you saw this, was the night I resigned and was like, holy crap. One of my challengers who's been with me forever, who was like a lead, like pinged me, like emailed me through the Challenger app saying like, I'm ready to be a coach now. What do I have to do? So that was, family. We'll thank the universe for that one.
You guys, and seriously, I feel like take advantage of Summit. I reached out to Megan because of Summit pictures I saw of her 3 years ago. I didn't reach out right at Summit, but I saw her in the cute dresses, and I saw her with all of these girls, and I saw her on like a girls trip, which I'd never been on in my entire life. And I was like, oh, that looks fun. Like, I want that. So as much as you'll feel like you're like Summit spamming your newsfeed, do it. Do it, because that's what people, women especially, will relate to. Like, they want friendships and community.
And for those of you not coming, post pictures from last year and say, why are you not there? Why are you going to be there next year? Like, there's still things for you to be able to talk about if you can't come.
Yes. It's okay, Brittany. You have a baby. Although I was thinking you totally should have brought her. There's so many babies there.
I know. I was thinking about it, and I actually had a mix-up with the hotel, so I still had a hotel reservation as of yesterday.
Oh, my God.
And I didn't get a refund for my Summit ticket, so I still have a ticket for Summit, too. So.
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
It's a sign.
I know.
Maybe you need to be seeing if you have airline miles.
Yeah.
Hey, Cooper, stop. Sorry, it's playtime in here. Anybody else?
I'm going to show you guys this really quick.
Cooper.
Oh, I didn't mean to click on that, but what do you think?
Oh, very cute.
Oh, very cute. You came in waiting.
Yay.
Very excited.
That's it. Huh.
So is the list where we'll add the names of people, Liz, going to be?
I will add that.
In
I need
Boston.
to figure out how to roll this out to like whole Boss Babes, and then I'll roll out the Google Doc to everyone, which I already have created. So it's like a way you can go and like you can add your name. You'll see how it's like I put my name like #1, and then underneath me I've like started to list girls that I'm gonna add in there, and it's like A, B, C with their name, and then so you can go in and do the same, like add your name, add your person's name, so we can just really keep track of it and just make sure like we keep poaching, you know, non-existent.
Yeah, and just think about your branding and like whether somebody is from, you know, Africa or United Kingdom, like there's some things you could connect on, you know, and so think about that in your posts. And I was saying that to my assistant, she helps me with posts on my Fit page, and I was like, when you're doing recipes and stuff, like I've noticed my market is moms. So recipes are like snack stuff, and like that's the stuff that gets the most engagement. Like that's what we need to be sharing. And is that your husband, Carly? He's like the hand coming down the claw.
It's the claw.
Yeah, so make sure you're thinking about that, and like look up things that are popular and trending in these countries and brands, and you know, like my Facebook ads I run, if I run them, like their parameters are like Pottery Barn, things that I like, you know, like Nordstrom, places I shop, things I do. So we connect there. So start looking, finding things over there that are similar to stores or brands here, and use those hashtags and stuff too. So, all right, is there anything else?
I saw something today about Team Cup.
Oh,
I think it doesn't start until later.
August.
Oh, August. Okay.
I think you can open registration. It's like the Monday after, during Summit or the Monday after Summit. They'll probably say it on the wake up call tomorrow.
I feel like we should really try and make this big. I feel like the last thing we did totally flopped. Like the thermometer with like the Team Cup stuff. Like maybe we can brainstorm how to like make Team Cup successful, like as diamond coaches, because all of us are going to be leading our own teams.
Well, the rules are different different. Did you read that now you can have 2 diamonds and 1 star diamond on a team of 5?
Okay.
What are the prize parameters still the same?
I didn't go that deep into it, but I was trying to post into Bossbabes and I couldn't post today. I don't know why.
I don't know. You know, this is the thing that gets me is it drives me nuts when people sign up for Team Cup. Like, but they don't do anything. Like, we want Team Cup teams that are producing. Like, so I feel like as we have an application process for our new challengers of like, what are you going to do? Like, I want people on my team that are hitting Success Club. Like, I don't want you signing up for a Team Cup team because you feel like you have to be in a
I used to use it as to try and motivate coaches on my team to hit Success Club, and that really worked well for me.
No, I was like, what?
No. I thought maybe it would like motivate them.
I don't think I've gotten a Team Cup prize in like forever. Since I had like Liz and Carly and Emily on my team.
I do think that they changed the prize rules as well, so that like as long as you personally hit Success Club, you get a prize. But then if everyone hits Success Club, then you get another prize too. So I think there have been some changes.
Because like I would be hitting Success Club 15 and everybody else was at 0.
Yeah.
Like, no, but so maybe like everybody can start brainstorming ideas, and that can be like our next goal is like diamond to like make Team Cup successful.
Yeah. So if we do a diamond call once a month, this is it for rolling out. Like, so we need to communicate in our page and come up with a plan there. Because there's 19 people in the diamond page I saw earlier. So we could possibly have, well, and we can double up here. So I think we want to be smart about it too, coming up with teams. And if you look at people that have been hitting Success Club, the numbers are down a lot. Like I think there's probably, maybe I'm just trying to visualize the graphic, maybe actually hitting it 12, like,
and we have a big team,
15, but there's a lot of people that sit there at 1, 2, 4, a lot of people.
Like we cannot, like people getting to 4, like got it, like you gotta like get to 5 or 6. Like we have to figure out how to help people.
Well, and hopefully they're gonna be rolling out some new things. Who knows if there'll be Success Club points tied to like auto ship on some of this new stuff they have coming out. I don't know. I'll give you guys, I heard that there's something called Daily Sunshine with some sort of drink or powder. I don't know if it's a replacement to, or an alternative to Shakeology or a kid. Cooper, stop.
Is it like for people with allergies like me?
I don't know. Yeah, or a drink for kids. I don't know. Somebody saw it like pop up in the, like, you know, when you log into Team Beachbody, before you go into the Coach Online office, there's like 3-day refresh and Shakeology. Like somebody screenshotted it, one of the groups that said Daily Sunshine. They were like, anybody else? But it was in like one random coach's, like, so I don't know. I haven't seen it, but.
I remember about 6 months ago, they had a survey about a kid's shake. Like if you would buy.
I
miss kids, I bet.
Yeah.
That's such a kid's name. Daily Sunshine.
Uh-huh.
It'd be huge, you guys. Because how many people aren't willing to pay that much for, like, I order a bag of Shakeology for my kids. I do 1 scoop between the 2 of them, 5 days a week probably. There's a lot of people that aren't willing to pay that, but they want their kids to be eating healthy. And think about the marketing with that, especially with the documentary that just came out, that the health one, and all this new stuff about how our this current generation is going to live less than the other ones. Like huge marketing to help parents get their kids healthy. So I think there's big things coming, you guys.
Big.
You see that now they have the app for Android, the Beachbody On Demand app?
Oh, do they?
Did it come out?
Yeah.
I need to tell my challenge group
today.
is that that's for the so they can play their workouts, right?
Yeah, for Beachbody.
Okay. That's great. Great. All right. Anything else?
Posting in my group right now.
Peel myself away from this chair because I've literally been here for like 9 hours. All right. Well, you guys, it was good to see everybody. Let's keep chatting in the Diamond group about Team Cup and International. If you guys find anything on International, put it in the Diamonds page. And we'll kind of, like, a lot of the stuff we can't roll out to Boss Babes as a whole right away. You got to, like, chunk it, and come up with a plan for them. That's like TKO, they're doing this What is Coaching group this week, right? So they're putting people in, and they're going to have summit spam in there. And I'll post the link. I think we might as well take advantage of it because we don't have to do any of the work. And, I mean, I signed up from seeing Brandy and Stephanie's story. So if they have, like, the downline has people to add to that, let's get some coaches,
Or at least get some ideas.
Yeah, and I have the templates and everything too. So my thought is we duplicate this for Boss Babes and get us Diamonds, being the ones that are doing the videos and talking and sharing. And so take lots of pictures at Summit so we could do a post-Summit one where we share the pictures.
And so take tons of pictures, everybody at Summit, so we can gather them up and use them in the future.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Do it. All right. Thanks for getting on, ladies. Sorry we took an hour.
Thank
I'll
you.
upload it and post it. We'll see you all -1, Brittany.
I'll be thinking of you guys.
Miss you, Brittany.
I'm excited to see all your pictures, though.
Yeah, well, you just snuggle that little baby.
Yeah.
And I need someone to take a picture of my name on the diamond wall.
I will.
It wasn't there last year.
Hold on. Remind me to take a picture of Brittany's name on the diamond wall Friday at 10 a.m.
Yes, I love you.
Okay, I'll remember. Good. Bye.
Yay, gotcha, girl.